Hi, I'm Amberly, and this is the place to be for a balanced body, mind, and spirit. And today I'm going to lead you through 3 ways that you can figure out which chakra you should focus on any given day. So before we get started, you might want a pen and paper just to make notes on what you figure out today. And then let's just take a few deep breaths to kind of get grounded before we dive in. And we're going to start out really simply. And what we're going to do to begin, the first method, is we're going to say an affirmation that pertains to each chakra. And what I want you to do is figure out how that affirmation makes you feel. So if it makes you feel nothing, then that's probably not a chakra you need to focus on. If it makes you feel uncomfortable, then that's definitely a chakra you need to focus on. And if it makes you feel excited, that's also a good reason to focus on that chakra. So we're looking for the phrases that make you feel uncomfortable or really excited. So we're going to start with the root, and our affirmation, our phrase is going to be, I am safe and supported. So let's go ahead, close your eyes, feel your body, and say that to yourself. I am safe and supported. I am safe and supported. Just see how that feels. Does that feel true? Does that feel fine? Does that feel uncomfortable? Does that feel unsettling? So just make a note to yourself. You can put a check mark maybe by a root chakra if you feel like that's one that you need to focus on, if that affirmation made you feel like you didn't quite believe it. So we'll do that one more time, and then we'll move on to the next chakra. So once again, our root chakra affirmation is, I am safe and supported. Okay, so moving on to the sacral chakra, our affirmation is going to be, I am joyful, creative, and spontaneous. I am joyful, creative, and spontaneous. So once again, just checking in, see how that feels. Does that feel exciting? Do you want to lean into that feeling? Does that just feel true? And it's fine and you don't really need to work on that anymore? Or does that feel uncomfortable and not true and something that we can work with? So let's say it one more time. I am joyful, creative, and spontaneous. Okay, so moving on to the solar plexus, maybe kind of get into a nice strong posture. Your solar plexus is around your abdomen, and our phrase is, I act with courage and strength. I act with courage and strength. So see how that feels, see how that makes you feel. Make a note of whether that's one you need to work with. One more time. I act with courage and strength. Moving to the heart chakra, the affirmation we're going to work with is, I am calm, centered, and present. So taking a deep breath, feeling that out. I am calm, present, and centered. I am calm, present, and centered. Okay? Again, making a note of how that feels. Moving to the throat. We're going to work with, it is safe to express my truth. It is safe to express my truth. It is safe to express my truth. So making a note of that. See how that feels. Moving to the third eye, the brow chakra, our affirmation is, I live my life with clarity and insight. I live my life with clarity and insight. Once more, I live my life with clarity and insight. And see how that feels. And then lastly, for our affirmation tool, we're going to work on our crown chakra. And our affirmation is simply, everything is as it should be. Everything is as it should be. So just see how that feels. Everything is as it should be. I'm just making a note of, from this method, what it feels like you most need to work with. And what's kind of fun about this method is you can actually use those same affirmations to do some work on the chakra. So whichever one you marked, you can use that same affirmation to kind of keep working with that, keep drawing that forward. And I'll have a list of all those affirmations on my website, amberlyrose.com. And so our second tool that we're going to work with to figure out which chakra needs your attention is visualization. So we're just going to very simply run through each chakra using its color and visualize what it looks like there. And just making note of whether it feels like it needs some attention, whether there's any visuals you're getting that indicate that it needs some love, some healing, or whether it looks bright and clear and good. So once again, we're going to start at the root and go up. So if you follow along with me, just bringing your awareness to your root. And we're going to imagine a nice dark red chakra, a nice dark red orb in that area. And you're just going to use your inner eye to kind of scan in 3D, so all directions, looking around to see if there's anything that it looks dark, that doesn't look like that nice deep red color. And for now, we're just going to make a note of it. And again, you can write on your paper whether your root needs some attention. And then moving up from there, we're going to go into the pelvic area, and we're going to see a nice orange color coming from there, a nice orange orb around that aspect of your body. Looking again with your inner eye, just looking in all directions, seeing what you see. And then let's move on to the solar plexus. So we're moving to kind of the abdomen and below the diaphragm here. We're seeing a nice bright yellow color, kind of like the sun shining out from your third chakra. Once again, seeing how that feels, seeing if that brings up any feelings, just even going to that area. That can be another indication if you start to feel any grief or fear or worry. Make a note of that. So once again, in our third and our solar plexus chakra, just looking on all sides, seeing what we see, feeling what we feel, making a note. Then we'll move up to the heart. So the heart center, seeing a nice deep green color here, looking in all directions, seeing how you feel, seeing if you feel calm, if you feel relaxed, if you feel centered, those nice heart chakra presence and acceptance feelings. If you're feeling something else, just make a note of it. Once again, none of this is to judge yourself. It's just for fun to see where we can bring more balance, more healing, more awareness. Moving to the throat, we're going to see a nice blue color shining out from your throat chakra, looking in all directions, seeing how you feel, taking some deep breaths, making note of anything you find. If any of this is going too quickly, just pause it. Take your time in each spot, taking some deep breaths. And then next we're going to move to the third eye. We're going to see a nice purple color here. Again, really 3D, really in all directions. Seeing how you feel. You can right away, I'm feeling like a little bit of a blockage here, so I'm just going to kind of gently brush that off since that's what's coming up for me. So just seeing what you see, again, making a note, breathing into it, lighting it up, seeing how light it can get. And then lastly, moving to the crown, top of the head, just above the top of the head, envisioning a nice violet color, feeling that connection to the universe, that support from the universe, seeing how you feel there, seeing what colors you see there. And again, just making a note if it feels like it needs more energy and more healing. So we're going to move into one final way that you can play with figuring out which chakra can most use your energy in this moment. And this is going to be a little bit of a movement exercise. And what we're going to do is we're going to bring your attention to each chakra like we just did with the visualization, but we're going to add in a little bit of movement. So what I'm going to invite you to do is you're going to kind of have to stand up for this one. So I'll give you a second to do that. And what we're going to do is start with the root, and then I'm going to have you, with your energy and your awareness in your root chakra, just take a few steps. So I don't have a very wide frame here, so I'm just going to take little steps. But I'm just feeling how my body feels when I'm focusing on my root. So that's what we're going to do. So you can take bigger steps if you like, and you can do this later when you have more space. But just kind of feeling into how you feel when you're focusing on that chakra. Okay? And then from there, let's go ahead and do our sacral chakra. So we're bringing our awareness more to the pelvic area. And take a few steps again. See if anything has changed. See if you feel more stable, more confident, or if you feel a little shaky, a little strange. Once again, making note of that. Okay, moving to the solar plexus, that below your diaphragm area, bringing your awareness there. We'll take a few steps like this. Seeing if you feel confident and in your body, or if you feel a little shaky, a little strange. Again, this would be a little more effective if you could take broader steps. I'm taking these tiny little steps. And then let's move to the heart chakra, do the same thing. See how you feel in that space, how your body moves, what your physiology tells you. Moving to the throat, let's do the throat now. Your energy and your awareness here, just do some movement, see how your body feels. Moving up to the brow, bringing your energy there. How does that affect your movement? How does that affect how you move through space, how your body feels on the earth, the steps you take? And then lastly, the crown. Connecting with your crown. How does it feel to move? If any emotions are coming up, make a mental note. What are you feeling? Okay. So looking back over your notes, if you got different information from each different technique, that's fine. Just start with the one that's really the most calling your attention. And I hope you enjoyed playing with this. You can come back and use whichever tool you found most useful. Maybe if you're more visual, more auditory, more kinesthetic, you might resonate with one of these more. So that can be a tool that you have to check in with yourself at any time and see what needs your attention. So I hope you enjoyed that, and I will see you next time.